Hello, hello. Hey guys, how is everybody? I promised you I would do a live regarding coaching your customers, and let's see if I could get anybody on here. I'll wait a couple of minutes. If not, I'm just gonna go with it. Hi. Let's see. Hello, hello. I'm having a little hot chocolate. Hey guys. All right, load it up, guys. Load it up. I'm apologizing in advance if my dog starts to go crazy because they're ready to be let out. Hi. All right, guys. This is what I want to do. I wrote down some notes. This way I don't forget some stuff. I'm just going to talk out there. And I just want to let you guys know just how important it is for you to coach your customers. I know not everybody sets themselves up that they want to be a health coach, but the reality is that with this business, the dogs are already starting. With this business, you have no other option but to help coach your customers, because a happy customer is a residual customer. And if your customers aren't happy and they're not getting feedback from you or different things that they should be doing, you're going to lose them, guys. And I don't want to see that happen. I know that on our customer page, the admins get to view who is going to post something prior. And we get a lot of complaints. I'm telling you, ask any of the other admins, they'll say, well, this is not working or that's not working. But when I ask them what they're doing, they're not doing anything. They're just either drinking the coffee or taking the Xanthromax or both, but they're not adding anything else into what they're doing. So right there alone, that's a problem. And then the other thing, I don't have an accent, Amanda, you do. I'm just kidding. I get that all the time. So basically what's going on is that all the people that I'm reaching out to, and they're your customers, we're talking like all the way down the line. I've been reaching out to everybody, and what they're saying is that they're getting no support from their whoever sold them the product. Now, I have a big problem with this, and I know it's going on in the other groups as well, the other teams as well, not just our team. Because people are saying, well, it's just not working and I'm not losing quick enough and this and that. And the reality is that you have to try to manage that, guys, because like I said, a happy customer is a residual customer. This is your business. You want to have monthly checks month after month after month. And unless you manage the expectations of your customers, you're going to lose them. You'll lose them after a couple of months. They're not going to, even though the product is not very expensive, you're going to lose them. They're not going to stay with you and keep on ordering if they're not seeing results. And like I said, everybody that I have spoken to, every single one of them says the same thing. They reached out, they're not getting any help. So basically, I just want to give you some input on really how to talk to your customers, and how to try to retain them. With all of my customers, I don't lose anybody because I make sure that they see results, and I want you guys to have the same experience. All right. I may be a health coach and that's what I do, but you have to add some sort of coaching to this. Otherwise, your team is not going to remain the way that you want it to. All right, we're in this for the long haul. I know I am, and I know a lot of you guys are, but you have to be able to manage expectations. So with that being said, I want to give you some things that I do and things that you should do in order to, create like a bond, not necessarily a bond, but create a relationship with your customers. So the first thing that I do when I talk to them, I have a notebook, a handy dandy notebook, and I write down everything. I put somebody, whoever's name is at the top of it, that page, and I go in, and when I'm having my first conversation with them, I ask them what program they've done before. What have they found successful about it? What have they not found successful about it? Because the reality is, if somebody's coming to do this and with the goal of weight loss in mind, chances are they've tried a ton of other things that has probably not been sustainable, right? And that's what you want. You want this to be sustainable for people. Sorry, guys. So Find out what program they've done before. Find out, have they done Weight Watchers? Have they done keto? Have they done low carb? Have they done, paleo? At whatever, Whole30. Find out and see what makes them successful and what they really have difficulty with, all right? And make a note of it in your notebook. Put it down, write it so that you know, okay, this one has done Weight Watchers before and she keeps on gaining the weight back. And, this one has done, Whole30 and, he didn't find success in it. So make a note of what they've done before. This way you have it in your head and you could always go back to it. The second thing you want to know is, what is their current diet? What are they eating now? Are they doing low fat? Are they doing low carb? Are they just eating everything in sight? Like, you need to find out what you have in front of you so that when you have to go and move, Nick, you're an ass. When you have to go and he has to, this is my front window and it was too much light was coming in, so I closed my drapes and he wanted to know if that was my porn room. Anyway, either watch this and zip it or go do some other work. Anyway, sorry guys. You need to find out what they do now. What are they eating? What are they not eating? Yes, I called you out. This way, at least you have an idea when they say, I didn't change a thing, they were going to Burger King 5 times a week, right? So I want you to do that. I want you to ask them, and I want you to make a note of it. Keep track of what they're doing. How much are they drinking? How much are they drinking? Find out. Are they drinking enough water? Are they drinking soda? What is going into their body? Because this is going to help you evaluate what you could do to help them, right? It takes a 10, 15-minute conversation. It's not that big of a deal, right? The third thing you want to know is, what is their stress level? And I know a lot of people think that when health coaches say stress matters, and I know people think it's BS. It's not. It really does take a toll on you. It really makes a difference. My hair's sticking up all over the place. It really makes a difference in how quick a person would lose weight, right? So you want to know what their stress level is. You also want to know how well they're sleeping. Are they sleeping on 3? Are they going to sleep and getting 3 hours a night? Are they getting 6 hours a night? 7? You need to understand where these people are coming from. This way you know what you have to put in place. Now, the one thing I do want to say is, when you're talking about stress and you're talking about sleep, this is all going to tie in to what we have going on with the evaluation that we're going to give people to see what level of happiness they have. So, you're going to wind up having to do this anyway, so just try to tie it all in together. All right? The other thing I want you guys to look at is see, the dogs are going crazy again, sorry. The other thing I want you guys to look into is, what do they want out of this? Do they want to lose weight? Some people don't. Some people are doing this just for energy. Some people are doing it because they want to get off their depression meds. There's a million different reasons why people are on this. So, and it's not always weight loss, but weight loss is the one that you really need to help manage expectations with. So find out, what are they looking to achieve? Write all this down in your book. Keep it in your notebook so you have it with you. All right, and that what you're going to do, what you're going to say to all these people. All right. The next thing you need to find out is, are there any underlying? Sorry, guys. Are there any underlying issues? Right? Is there disease? Is somebody sick? Are they on tons of medication? Are they diabetic? Are they obese? Is there an autoimmune disease that they're trying to manage? There's a lot of different things that you really need to find out about them, because that is going to determine what's going on with their weight loss, right? So keep that in mind. And then the last thing I want to make sure that you guys really do, and this is all in the initial conversation. Again, I'm talking a little bit about it, but it really should only take you, between 10 and 20 minutes to get this done. Set expectations, all right? And I know a lot of you guys are so very excited that in the first 2 weeks you lost 10 pounds, 15 pounds. In the first month you lost 30 pounds. Whatever it is, everybody's very excited. And I know that you're even more excited that for some of you, it just came off. You didn't change anything. You're still eating what you were eating. You did not change anything. Problem with this, guys, is that we live in a Me Too society, and everybody wants that. Everybody's jealous. And whether, people want to believe it or not, or admit it or not, somebody sees somebody else lost, 5 pounds in 3 days. I want to lose 5 pounds in 3 days. Why didn't I lose 5 pounds in 3 days? I am not kidding. I am looking at these comments that people post, and they're like, I am so upset. I only lost 5 pounds in the last 3 weeks. That's a loss, guys. That is a loss. They should be happy. So when I go on and speak with them, they're all telling me, when I say, okay, so what are you doing different? Well, nothing. All right, so why would you expect to lose X amount of weight if you didn't change a damn thing? This is not a miracle, although for many of us, we're very happy because everybody has had success. However, if you propose this to people as this is the be-all, ends-all, this is a miracle, drink this drink, and you are going to drop 10 pounds, or you're going to be the happiest person in the world, it's not reality, and it's not sustainable. So while I applaud those people who did not change a thing and they lost a good amount of weight, it's not realistic for everybody. And your other customers are going to say, you know what, this just isn't working for me. Because the people that I am contacting, I'll get them and I'll be like, how long have you been doing it for? And they're like, 4 days, 5 days. I'm like, what? Like, you gotta be kidding me. And not to be obnoxious, if somebody is obese or very overweight, it did not take them 5 days to get that way, all right? So you need to really set expectations. Really talk to them about, hey, listen, you may need to change your diet. You may absolutely need to cut out carbs or get rid of sugar. Guys, carbs and sugar, those two things, I know everybody gets crazy. I don't want to do low carb. I don't want to do no carb, or whatever the case may be. For a health reason, don't even think about the weight loss. For a health reason, carbs and sugar should be gone, okay? But if you don't want to cut out carbs and sugar, try to make them lower their carb and sugar intake. Try to make them stay away from soda and stay away from, ice cream and stuff like that. Listen, I'm not saying all the time, but the reality is that if they want to see a lot of success, they need to make changes. It's the bottom line. All right. So those are the things that I want you to do in your initial conversation with your customers. Now, these are some of the questions that I want you to follow up and ask them. Now, after they place their order, in your little notebook, you need to write down what day they ordered. So you know a few days later, depending on what our shipping is doing, you know a few days later that you could go in and say, okay, well, you send them a message, hey, so-and-so, I see that you should have gotten your product tomorrow, or you should be getting your product tomorrow. Let's touch base. Let me know when you're going to start. This way we could figure it out. Hi, guys. Hello. This way we could figure it out when I could work with you to get you going, right? And then start to talk to them. Figure out a way to work with them. I'll text you first thing in the morning. I'll text you later on in the day. Figure out what's going to work for them and what's going to work for you. But you do need to be in contact with them. Without a doubt, after they do their first day, that evening, you should make a note to call them and to touch base and say, listen, how'd you do today? How'd you feel? Did you feel extra energy? Did you not feel extra energy? Make sure that they know. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Make sure that they know that you are going to be with them for the long haul. You're going to help them through this, right? And you need to also tell them that Xanthromax may work for somebody in the morning. It may, right? I always tell them to start with the Xanthromax at night, just so that if it makes them tired, they go to sleep and then they don't get aggravated that it's making them tired. So start with Xanthromax at night. But it may work for somebody in the morning. The coffee, if they feel jittery, make sure that they know that they could separate it. Do a little bit in the morning and a little bit in the afternoon. There's ways to tweak this, guys. You just want to make sure that your customers are happy, right? The other thing is, when you're talking to them, if they say, and these are a couple of health coaching things that I'm going to tell you guys, right? If they say about the jittery, that one of the hacks is just make sure that they do, half and half to get them going. If somebody right before they start, they're like, oh my God, I'm so allergic, I'm so sensitive to caffeine, make sure that they start with a half a cup too. You don't want them to really go in getting palpitations or anything, because they may very well be very sensitive to caffeine. If some of the questions that, I want you to ask them if they're finding that they're not losing weight. And again, if you set the expectation up front and say, hey, listen, don't expect to lose tons and tons of weight, X amount of weight, the first couple of weeks. Everybody has a different metabolic response, right? Everybody has something going on that underlies what is going to make them lose weight and what's not going to make them lose weight. That's why in the beginning, asking them all the questions about, is this, what are you eating for this? Or is there an underlying issue? Do you have, you are insulin resistant or whatever? Like most people know if they're insulin resistant or not. And most obese people are insulin resistant. But if there's underlying issues like that, you definitely need to work with them. So I would definitely start after the first day, say, how hungry were you? How hungry were you? Did you notice that you had a decrease in appetite? Did you notice that you weren't craving carbs and sugar? Did you notice that you were elevated, that you felt a little better, that you were, running around and just getting stuff done? Because somebody may say to you, listen, I don't have a lot of energy. I didn't feel that I had a lot of energy. But when it comes down to it, they may think about it later on and say, you know what? I was kind of dancing in my kitchen all day and, I got a lot done. And, it doesn't have to be a burst of energy where they're running out of their skin. It really should be that they just feel good throughout the day, a nice, consistent energy. So you want to ask them stuff like that. Are they hungry? Has your mood been elevated? Are you experiencing any more energy? Just keep a note of it. Just try to figure it out. With that being said, you also want to try to manage if they're saying that they're not losing weight. So you're going to ask them questions like, well, give me a meal plan. Give me a 3-day meal diary of what you've eaten. Because you'll get a lot, and I see it on the post. You'll see people that'll say, my drinking water is on point. My eating's on point. Okay, so I say to them, tell me what's on point. What exactly do you consider on point? The other day I had somebody that said to me, well, I'm drinking all the water that I need to drink. I'm drinking the recommended 64 ounces. And I'm like, how much do you weigh? Well, I weigh 250 pounds. I'm like, then 64 ounces is just not going to cut it for you. You know what I mean, guys? So you got to just ask common sense questions to try to get them to realize that, all right, maybe I do need to do something. Maybe this is why those people are having such great success. Maybe that person lost 10 pounds because they drank a gallon of water and that helped them with everything. I mean, the reality is that and I know this is disgusting, but you even have to ask them, have you gone to the bathroom? Are you going regularly? Because people, they won't go. They won't go to the bathroom for a couple of days and then they'll turn around and say, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm not losing weight. If they're not going to the bathroom, tell them to take a magnesium. There is a lot of different things that you could tell them to try to work with them. For water, it should be, in order for you, a good amount of water for you to drink is a minimum of half your body weight. That's a minimum. So, even if you are 120 pounds, you still should be drinking 100 ounces or close to 100 ounces a day. All right? So if people are saying that they have no energy, I'm tired, I still don't have energy with this, again, it goes back to water. They're dehydrated. That's the bottom line. If they are really drinking, and again, you have to talk to them. You have to say, how much are you drinking a day? And could you up it? Could you try to up it? I mean, you really have to try to work with them to figure out what the issue is. They may also tell you that they're having enough, but honestly, maybe they need some electrolytes in their body. So let them do some pink Himalayan salt in the morning, and that would get their electrolytes going, and that'll give them more energy too. Like I said, most of the people that I talk to, after I really, get to talk to them and figure out how much they're drinking, they come right out and tell me I'm definitely not drinking enough. And, I had somebody about a week ago was saying she couldn't get the water down. She couldn't get the water down. She couldn't get the water down. And the bottom line is I said, well, then I'm sorry. There is nothing that I could do to help you. If you can't get that water intake in, you're not going to see any results and you're not going to have any energy. And a couple of days later, she messaged me and she says, I drank a gallon of water. So I guess you just want to make them, without calling them out, you just want to make them realize that they really need to drink and to eat right and to cut out a lot of the crap. I'm trying to see if I wrote down any any notes about specific things. All right, so the other thing is some people say that they are, some people say that they have customers or something that's nauseous. All right, the nausea could be one or two things. Some people get nauseous if they drink it on an empty stomach, and some people get nauseous if they drink it with food. So I suggest just doing the opposite. If they're getting nauseous, I had a friend that came over this morning and she says, you know, she goes, every time I take it with food, I'm sick to my stomach. She's like, I'm crazy for, you know, I don't know why I keep on trying it with food. Don't take it with food. If you're not hungry, you do not need to take it with food. So, you know, it really is just a matter of offering suggestions, guys. You know, and I know I say to everybody all the time, I'm here. I am so happy to help you and your customers. I want nothing more than to see everybody succeed, but I cannot do it all for you. You have to go out and you have to coach your customers first and foremost. Just find out if you initially start with asking them what their diet consists of and stuff like that. And if they're having a problem with losing weight, you could go back to it and you could say to them, all right, give me a 3-day plan of what you've eaten in the past 3 days. And if it has not changed, you need to, at that point, you need to call them out and say, listen, I am sorry, but you need to cut out this and this and this. You know, you need to stop. Don't eat carbs first thing in the morning. It is a fact. It is a fact. If you start your day with carbs, you are going to be looking for carbs and sugar the rest of the day. The rest of the day, you will be craving carbs and sugar. So tell them to leave out the oatmeal and the yogurt and stuff like that. Get rid of that and see how that goes. It's little things. You don't have to bombard them with taking everything out of their diet, but you know, one little thing here, one little thing there really might make a difference. Let me just say, how about smoking? I have a few customers who smoke. Not sure if it's an issue. Nah, you know what it is? Smoking really shouldn't be an issue. If they probably started this at the same time that they stopped smoking, yeah, then that could definitely be a problem. But because people tend to eat more, but there really shouldn't be an issue with smoking. You want people to have healthy high fats. You want them to have protein in their diet. But remember, protein converts over to glucose. Too much protein converts over to glucose. So you just want to make sure they're not having tons and tons and tons and tons of protein as well. And then really that's just it, guys. Just follow up with them. Make sure that they change things up. And even if it's changing the product, the timing of the product, just try different things. Try to troubleshoot them. I have no problem working with somebody, working with your people, if you've worked with them first, right? I have no problem working and coaching them through if you have a plan or you gave them a plan and it still wasn't working. I do have a problem with calling them and getting them and they tell me that nothing has been figured out for them or no suggestions have been made. All right, so that's what I want you guys to really, really focus on. And like I said, it's not just our team. There are tons of other, there are a lot of other teams that are having the same difficulty. People are just, selling the product. Here's a bag of coffee. You could have the coffee and then not following up at all. That is not good. You need to be with them every step of the way because a happy customer is a residual customer, guys. You want to see those residual checks coming in every month. You want them to grow, and unless your customers are happy, it's not going to grow. So really reach out to me if I can make some more suggestions for you. I'm happy to do so. I will type something up. I mean, I have something a little bit here, but I will type something up to give you guys a step-by-step. These are the 6 things that you need to ask them on the first time that you speak to them. And these are order. Oh, wait, what does it say? Sorry, guys, I can't read and talk at the same time. Yeah, I mean, a fried egg and avocado is great. That's a freaking awesome breakfast with the coffee. Can we offer any products for cancer patients? I mean, you could offer suggestions, but you can't tell anybody that anything is going to cure any kind of disease. you know, and they always have to confirm with their doctor first. No matter what, let them talk to their doctor. This way it's on them. But anyway, that's it, guys. I'm going to get off now because my children should be walking in any second, and it will get quite noisy in here. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. I will put up the guideline later on today so that everybody could see what questions to ask your customers to get them going. We want our customers to be happy, guys. We're going to make them as happy as possible. We want everybody to see success. And again, I'm not downing the people who, you know, lost a ton of weight and didn't do a damn thing. God bless you. That's absolutely wonderful. But not everybody's going to be like that. And you're setting your customers up for failure if they are having an issue and they're just going to feel bad about themselves. So without a doubt, like, congratulations to everybody. I mean, every time I see it, I'm like, yay! Every time somebody else loses weight and stuff. I mean, it's so exciting to me, but I just don't want you to set false expectations for your customers. So please try to manage this, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We're going to do another live. I am going to do another live, and I hate to tell you guys when because it's so sporadic when I'm able to do these. But I am going to do another live about coaching your team. So we're going to work on those things too. But I want you to know I'm here for everybody. Whatever you need, please, please, please reach out. But please make your customer base work and make it become your team. All right? All right, guys. Ciao. I'll see you later. Bye.